If you have an Etsy or Shopify store and you're looking to drive more traffic and sales with Pinterest, then this video is for you. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Pinterest is actually a great platform for e-commerce businesses. Not only can you reach a wide audience, which is in the millions every single month, but you can also reach people who are specifically looking for products. Not only are Pinterest users specifically looking for products that your business might be providing, but you also can reach a large amount of users completely organically. Now, whereas on Facebook and Instagram, organic reach is pretty much dead, that's not really the case with Pinterest. With the right content and marketing strategy, you can absolutely reach a wider audience using Pinterest, and as a result of that, increase your traffic and sales as well. Not only this, Pinterest as a platform has been developed in a way that it encourages people to click out of the platform and check out other people's websites and products. This means that if you're not leveraging Pinterest to grow your online store, then you're making a huge mistake. Allow me to help you fix that. The first tip that I want to share with you is pretty basic, but it's actually critical to your success on Pinterest in the long run, and that is to make your profile discoverable on search. What this means is that you need to spend 10 to 15 minutes to optimize your profile to actually showcase the best side of your business. And not only should it make it clear to the end user what your profile is all about, but you should also make it discoverable on search. Now, Pinterest, contrary to popular belief, is not just a social media platform, but it's also actually a search engine where people are always looking for cool ideas, products and services to shop for. And this is why when you optimize your profile to be discovered on search, then you give your business and your brand the best chance to stand out and be visible. The first place where you should be optimizing for search is your username. So the simple thing that you can do is to just add your brand or your online store name within the username to make sure that anyone who searches by your username can actually find the right profile. The second place for you to optimize would be your description or your bio within the username setting as well. You can simply navigate to the settings of your account and then update your bio directly there. What you want to make sure that your bio includes is specific keywords which will help your end customer find your account, as well as the top product categories that you might be stocking or sharing on your profile as well. So for example, if you are a boho home decor company, then you can actually write in your bio a boho home decor, comma, rugs, cushions, pillows, etc. The best practice here would be to make sure that you're using a narrow and a broad keyword. Now, a narrow keyword in this example would be boho cushions or boho rugs, and a broad keyword would be something like boho decor. What this does is that one, it allows Pinterest users to find you when they're specifically searching for these keywords, and two, it helps Pinterest understand what your profile is all about so that they can recommend your pins and your content to the right audience who has previously shown an interest in these keywords. The next tip that I have for you is to create one board per product. Now, a board is simply a collection of pins or images that you share to your account which are directly related to your brand or to your business. Now, people on Pinterest can find you in various ways. They can find you through your profile, which is something we discussed in the first tip. They can find you through the boards or the collection of images that you have on your account, as well as directly through the images that you share within those boards. Now, carrying on with the same example for home decor, an ideal profile should have boards which are categorized as one board for cushions, one for pillows, one for rugs, one for furniture, one for accessories, so on and so forth. The idea here is that you create a visually appealing profile of boards and categories that your ideal customer is interested in. What it does is that it gets your boards and your pins recommended in search when people are looking for specific products to shop for, as well as give your ideal customer a reason to follow your profile. Now, there are two things to keep in mind to ensure that your board actually serves the purpose that you have for creating it, and that is number one, to make sure that your board has a title or a name which is directly linked to a keyword that people are searching for. It doesn't have to be a one-word keyword, it can also be a long keyword that people are searching for. So for example, you can, instead of creating a generic board on boho decor, you could say something like vintage boho decor or boho decor on a budget. Those are all great board titles. Of course, you have to spend some time researching your ideal audience and figuring out exactly what keywords they're looking for. Now, I have a really helpful video on this channel which is all about keyword research, so feel free to check that out when you are sitting down to create your boards. The next thing to remember when you're creating your product boards is to make sure that you actually only include high quality pins. Now, a lot of people think that they should just curate a profile with thousands of pins and images and that will help them magically attract lots of customers, but that is the wrong way to go about it. When you're building your profile, especially to build your brand or business, you want to make sure that it aligns with the eventual goals of your brand and business. This means that not only should you only be sharing high quality pins, pins from other people's accounts, but you should also be making sure that the pins and images that you create from your account match the same level of quality. The next tip that I have for you is something that will directly impact the number of sales and clicks that you get from Pinterest, and that is to add multiple pins or images per product. Now, Pinterest is a visual platform and people go there to check out products that they might be interested in. This means that when they are browsing through your profile or browsing through your pins, they want to see as many different angles as possible. Think about it. When you go to an e-commerce website to shop, you always look at 4 to 5 different pictures before you make up your mind to actually add that to your cart. Pinterest does the exact same thing for you, but one step before they reach your website. You want to make sure that your product has the best chance to be highlighted, as well as something that people actually have a good impression of, so that they're enticed to click through and go to your store to actually complete the purchase. Now, usually online stores always have horizontal images, and I believe that is always a great fit for a lot of different places. However, on Pinterest, the platform itself really favors vertical images. So the next time you're doing your product shoot, or maybe even shooting for your next catalog, make sure to actually add vertical pins and vertical images so that you can showcase your product in different settings, and especially for Pinterest, showcase it in a way that can be recommended by the algorithm as well. Now, when it comes to actually creating and uploading pins, there are 2 different types of pins that you can be creating as a product seller. The first type of pin is a simple image that you can either save from your website using the pin browser extension, or you can upload it directly to Pinterest as a simple image. Now, this pin will just be an image of the product that you're selling and will not have anything else on top of it. However, there is another type of pin that you can create, which is also something that is highly recommended on Pinterest, and that is a combination of an image and a text pin. What this pin looks like is that it shows your product front and center, but it also has some text overlay on top of it to make the customer understand what that product is all about. Now, if you're a new or a small business owner and people are not really aware of what your product does, then this type of pin format might be really beneficial for you to educate and build that awareness for your brand as well. When it comes to product pins, no one format is better than the other. You should ideally be experimenting with both these pin types, just image only or image plus text, and see which ones perform the best for you, and then optimize from there. The next tip is something that seems really obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people forget about this, and that is to make sure to tag your products. On Pinterest, when you create a new pin, you have the option to tag your product simply by just using the tag button. And what that does when you add the URL of your product is that it automatically takes up the details from that product, including the price of the product, the stock, etc. What this does is that when people tap on the pin and do a close-up, they're actually able to see the product attached with the pin, as well as see the details of that product. Now, when you upload the product image, it's probably obvious that you are going to tag the product in it. However, I also recommend that you tag your products in your text as well as your blog posts, so that people who are checking out all of the different content that you have in your profile also have an idea of what products are related to it. So for example, if you have a blog on your Shopify store that you also use to build awareness for your product, and you are posting pins which are related to those blog posts, you can also add your products to each of these blog posts which you might think are relevant to that particular pin. What this does is that it builds brand awareness, plus it maximizes the eyeballs that your products get on Pinterest, irrespective of the content format or the type of pin that you're using. Now, I have a really in-depth product pins training within my program PINFLUENCER Academy, so if you're looking to take your Pinterest marketing skills to the next level, you can check out more details of that in the description box below. The next tip that I have for you is perhaps the most important tip, and that is to be consistent on Pinterest. Now, Pinterest marketing, unfortunately, is not a set it and forget it strategy. And when you look closely on the internet, basically nothing is. Every platform is constantly changing and updating, whether that is Google, YouTube, Pinterest, or any other social media platform for that matter. What this means specifically for Pinterest is that you should, one, be providing consistent value on the platform. So whether that is through blog posts or whether that is just through sharing how your product works and sharing more reviews and testimonials, one way or another, you need to be providing value in terms of educating people about what your products are all about and how they can make the best use of it. The next thing you should be doing is to create pins regularly, specifically multiple pins per product, like we spoke about, showcasing your product in different ways so that people are incentivized to buy it from within the platform. Besides providing educational value and creating regular high quality pins, you also need to make sure that your pins, your boards, and your profile is optimized for search so that people can actually find you and your content can get recommended by Pinterest, bringing you more traffic and sales. But the most important tip to remember here is that you need to be doing these things on a consistent basis. Whether that is once a week that you sit down and work on your Pinterest strategy, or that is twice a month, that depends totally on what you can squeeze in based on your time. But make sure to have a consistent Pinterest strategy, because without that, you're not going to see the results that you're looking for on the platform. When it comes to how much time it can actually take you anywhere between 3 to 6 months, especially if you're just starting out and you're trying to build your profile from scratch, to see the kind of traction that you're really looking for. However, if you follow the right strategy and you're consistently creating the right optimized pins for the platform, you will see success much faster than before. Now, I have a completely free Pinterest masterclass that goes through the step-by-step process to convert your Pinterest account into a traffic and sales machine. If you're interested, the link is going to be in the description box below. So that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know what your business or brand is all about in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. As always, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.